Natalie Mordovtseva and Josh Weinstein's split isn't surprising, and I don't feel sorry for them. Natalie Mordovtseva and Josh Weinstein's rocky romance has finally come to an end, and honestly, I'm not surprised, nor do I feel particularly bad for either of them. When Natalie first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, she brought an undeniable charm to the screen. I admired how comfortable she was in her own skin. Whether she was hugging trees or channeling wood nymph energy in the middle of the forest, Natalie wasn't afraid to be herself. That authenticity is what made her an early fan favorite, including for me. Back then, I genuinely rooted for her. When she married Mike Youngquist in 2020 during the height of the pandemic, I was hopeful. I believed she had a real shot at achieving the dreams she openly talked about, having a family, a stable career, and becoming a mother. But that dream was short-lived. Natalie left Mike not long after the wedding, opting to pursue what seemed like a more glamorous lifestyle instead. It was abrupt and confusing, and from that point on, Natalie's path in the franchise took a sharp turn. Natalie and Josh's tumultuous journey on 90 Day Fiancé. After leaving Mike, Natalie quickly re-entered the dating scene, this time on 90 Day, the single life. Her sudden shift from wife to single woman searching for love felt rushed, but I remained cautiously optimistic. Maybe she finally meets someone who matched her energy and aspirations. That's when Josh Weinstein entered the picture. Josh, the CEO of a modeling agency, met Natalie at a casting event. On paper, their pairing made sense. He was successful, well-connected, and seemed open to dating someone in the public eye. I had hoped their relationship would bring out the best in each other. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. The more I watched them, the more I realized something was missing, an emotional connection. Josh never came across as fully invested, and Natalie seemed more focused on chasing a fantasy than building a real foundation with him. When they appeared together on 90 Day, the last resort season 2, it was clear their relationship had run its course. After 3 years, they decided to officially call it quits. And just like that, the chapter closed, not with a bang, but with an exhausted sigh. Their relationship felt more strategic than romantic. After reviewing old episodes, rumors, and their respective social media content, I've come to a conclusion. Natalie and Josh were never truly in it for love. Their relationship, in my view, was more about maintaining relevance within the 90 Day Fiancé franchise than about building a lasting connection. There were whispers that Josh was already seeing someone else during his time with Natalie. Rumors of a long-standing relationship with a much younger model fueled speculation that his romance with Natalie was more about screen time than soulmates. And let's not forget the time the baccalaureate alum Josh Sater claimed Natalie approached him about staging a fake relationship for TV. If true, that incident adds weight to the theory that Natalie has long been leveraging relationships to boost her public image and secure reality TV opportunities. Josh, meanwhile, likely benefited from the visibility. Running a modeling agency, he had every reason to keep his name and brand out there. Being featured on 90 Day Fiancé offered him more exposure, networking potential, and a chance to shape his on-screen persona as the guy stuck in a complicated relationship. Natalie may return to the single life. Despite the drama and inconsistencies in her personal life, Natalie still remains a compelling figure in the franchise. Her emotional volatility, unpredictable decisions, and flair for theatrics make her ideal casting for future seasons of The Single Life. But whether she should return is a different question. I no longer buy into the narrative that Natalie is someone who just wants a quiet life, marriage, and kids. Over the years, she's had multiple opportunities to settle down, yet something always derails the plan. Her actions suggest that she's more interested in sustaining a storyline than building a life off-screen. That doesn't make her a villain, but it does make it hard for viewers like me to sympathize with her journey. Her constant pivoting makes me wonder whether her early goals were ever genuine. If she truly wanted a family, why didn't it happen with Mike or Josh? Instead, she's remained in the loop of dramatic breakups and emotional confessions. This cycle is great for TV, but not for building long-term relationships. Josh isn't innocent either. While Natalie's motivations might be up for debate, I don't think Josh is an innocent party either. From the beginning, he appeared calculated in how he presented himself. As someone with industry experience and a thriving business, Josh didn't need reality TV to make a living. But he likely saw an opportunity to amplify his brand, and he took it. His on-screen demeanor, cool, distant, and frequently aloof, wasn't exactly endearing. Instead of offering Natalie the emotional security she clearly wanted, he often gave her just enough attention to keep things going. That kind of dynamic feels less like love and more like strategy. Josh has also built strong ties within the franchise, forming friendships with co-stars like Rob and Jamal. The three often create content together, including social media videos, which suggests they're gearing up for future TV appearances. With the franchise's popularity still going strong, it wouldn't be surprising to see Josh back in some capacity, whether it's on another season of The Last Resort or a new spin-off altogether. Final thoughts. At this point, I find it hard to feel any sympathy for either Natalie or Josh. They both seem to use their relationship as a stepping stone rather than a serious attempt at love. While that may be par for the course in reality TV, it's disappointing for fans who initially rooted for Natalie back when she was wide-eyed and chasing the American dream. Their breakup isn't shocking, it's expected. And if they do return to TV, I'll watch, but with a different lens. Not as a hopeful fan waiting for love to blossom, but as a viewer keenly aware of how manufactured these storylines can be. Natalie and Josh may have ended their relationship, but their stories in the 90 Day Fiancé universe are probably far from over.